Hey guys, welcome back to the podcast. Chris Grimm here, joined by my fellow fellers, Dark Dragon and Patman.
What's up?
Hey.
Last couple of podcasts, I know I kind of touched base with you guys that I've kind of done solo dolo, but I kind of needed a little bit of sidekicks right now. So welcome back, fellas.
Good to be back.
Yep.
Yeah, I've been mentioning that we do plan on doing more spooky stuff, especially being October 1st.
I mean, it's spooky month.
Yeah, we finally just transitioned to it. By the time this video hits, it's already going to be October 1st. It could be October 2nd. Just depends on how fast I can get this video edited. But despite the fact we do plan on bringing more stories, I'm trying to take down as many notes as I can for some new fun stuff. Plus some more, of course, personal from the vault of my own kind of personal experiences. I cannot English tonight, so please bear with me. But I'm very, very excited to bring all that fun stuff too. I was talking to tomorrow I'm actually going to be going to Slipknot.
Oh, you're going to Slipknot tomorrow?
Mm-hmm. Yep, nice. Tomorrow, and they actually dropped their new album today. Did you check it out, Pat?
I haven't yet. I heard the first two singles they dropped.
You know, the funny thing, I'm not a fan of this album. I'm just gonna throw it out there. I'm not a fan of it, dude. There was and I mentioned this in my solo podcast that there was an interview that Jim Root did, and he wasn't even a fan of it. He said that the production value was kind of rushed. COVID kind of put a railing into how they really wanted to produce the album.
Yeah,
I mean, they have some bangers. The shitty part is it had potential to really get back to that old school Slipknot sound with a few new kind of material in there. It still missed the mark though, and it's such a shame because Corey sounded so good in this, both his singing and his screaming wise. Right. Wasted potential is what I'm gonna call this album. It still had some bangers, I'm not gonna lie. There were still some good songs in there, but me personally, my only two songs I can really recommend is the singles, which is Yen and the Dying song. That's right. Honestly it. Now, I've been going through a lot of shit recently. So at first, when I brought up the whole Slipknot concert, I wasn't really too excited about it because I've seen Slipknot so many times and they're kind of becoming that sold out kind of mentality level band. So it's like, I wasn't really, but then, you know, when you're all flared up in your emotions and in your state of mind, you start to redevelop that bond with those songs. So I'm actually really excited for Slipknot. A little disappointed with their set list though. I wish they would have played something a little better, but I guess I can't really like complain because they're still playing a couple of my favorite songs. Let me pull up the set list.
Thought about it, but it was during the morning.
Holy shit, I forget how bright this damn screen is. Jesus.
Oh yeah, turn it down. Like I use mine at like level 5.
That's okay. You guys can deal with my fucking fiendish face for 2 seconds. So looks like we got they're doing a classy kind of intro here. They're gonna do Get Behind Me Devil as like an intro. Then it looks like they're gonna play Disaster Piece. That's gonna be cool to hear. Wait and Bleed. That's my favorite song. So I'm never. They gotta fucking play that.
I mean, that's a classic. They
have to play it.
It's like no, you have to play this.
Then they're gonna play All Out Live, which will be dope to hear live for the first time. Sulfur, which they haven't played that actually since their. I mean, I could be wrong, but I think they haven't played that since their All Hope Is Gone tour. Wow. Of course, they're playing Before I Forget.
Of course.
Let's see, what is this one?
Banger of a song.
Oh, they're playing the new song, the Dying song. They're playing Dead Memories. Okay, so another one from All Hope Is Gone. Let's see. Unsainted. That song is so. I love that song.
I like that song.
I really love that song. Yeah.
I heard it on the radio while I was out earlier today, and I let it play. I was just
dude, I remember when I first heard it, it gave me chills and brought tears in my eyes because I was like so stoked. Slipknot. It is, dude. It's kind of howling. So
it is.
Yeah, they'll be playing that. Let's see, the Unsainted. Then we got the oh, they are playing Heretic Anthem. Okay, I heard they weren't. Psychosocial, of course. Duality. I am so sick of hearing Custer, dude. TikTok ruined that fucking song for me. I can't stand that song now. But they're playing Custer.
So why don't you TikTok?
Yeah, fuck you TikTok users for overplaying the shit out of the song when you guys aren't even fucking Slipknot fans to begin with.
You know what I find?
Yeah, I'm gonna be that guy. Yeah.
I know this is a bit of a side tangent real quick, but something I do find drives me a little bit crazy is when we're hanging out and Yogi hears like one of those like 5-second clips of a song and he keeps repeating the same lyrics over and over again. I'm like, do you know the rest of the song?
That's just TikTok, dude. I mean, I enjoy TikTok a lot, but there is some stupid shit in there.
There's some stupid shit.
Let's see.
And I don't even use TikTok. I'm using Shorts.
They're doing Spit It Out. That's gonna fucking hurt because they like to do the zero bullshit, and my knee has been fucking with me lately. So.
Oh, do they do the Hyper Edition?
That
was my favorite version.
No, they don't. They just do the regular version. They're gonna do they're gonna do an encore with 515 and then play people equal shit. Then we got Surfacing, and then they're just gonna do like an outro of Till We Die, which is normal. So pretty generic Slipknot concert. I'm not like I'm happy to go to the concert because I'm gonna go let go of all my shit. But like, dude, where's fucking Vermilion? Where's Kill Pop? Where's
Vermilion is definitely missing.
Dude, in the way I've been lately, I guarantee if I heard that
Vermilion would be a perfect song.
If I heard that song for how I've been feeling lately, yeah, dude, I'd probably fucking bust out crying, like straight up.
That would be perfect.
Where's like, dude, like where the fuck, that's something I was mentioning the other day is why haven't they played All Hope Is Gone, dude? I've been wanting to hear that song live. They played it like twice and then they never played it again. Would have loved to see some of their more classic shit. Like I brought this up in my solo podcast where I really wish bands like, I hope Slipknot gets to that point where they start doing anniversary tours. So like say when the next anniversary for the self-titled, they should really consider doing a whole tour based on that, where they what do you call that? Like where they play the whole album in its entirety. It would be fucking dope, and get to hear all those classic songs. Oh, I just noticed that. You know what they haven't played in a while, Pat?
What's that?
Dude, they haven't fucking played Purity.
Oh yeah.
Dude, they haven't played that song I think since 2008.
Wow.
Yeah, because it was at the All Hope Is Gone tour, because I was freaking out because they did the Frail Limb Nursery and then they kicked into Purity. Nice. That was, I think, the last time they played it live. So again, that's why, small rant on Slipknot is why I can't stand them, because they're playing all this commercial ass shit. Like these are all radio hits. They're kind of typical fan based bullshit where the real fans want to hear more shit from Iowa. They want to hear more from self-titled. Me personally, I would love to hear a lot more from both the self-titled and also Subliminal Verses. Like Opium the People would be sick to hear live. 3-0.
Okay,
there you go.
Have we gotten through the whole playlist? Is that all of it?
That was all of it, yeah.
Okay. If you could pick one song to replace, what would it be?
Custard.
Okay.
I'm so sick of hearing that fucking song. If I had a personal choice, I'd probably pick Vermilion because how I'm feeling lately. But as a fan choice, I would probably say fuck it and go with oh, dude, you know what would be a perfect song? That'd probably get people crazy. I would either replace it like, and this is for me picking for the fans, would either be Pulse of the Maggots.
Ooh. Yeah,
or New Abortion. New Abortion would be pretty sick to hear in like lately,
Oh yeah.
That would be it. But me personally, Vermilion. Yeah. Me personally though, Vermilion for the fans, I would say either New Abortion or what did I say?
Pulse of the Maggots.
Pulse of the Maggots, yeah.
I think Pulse of the Maggots is a much better choice than Custard.
Oh wait, dude, I'm sick of hearing Custard, dude. I swear to you, I'm sick of hearing that goddamn song. Oops, I thought I turned down my phone. There we go. No more interruptions. Okay. Yeah, so Slipknot tomorrow. Only band I'm gonna go see. I don't care for the other ones, which I think is Crown the Empire and Ice 9 Kills. You ever heard of those guys, Pat? Any good? I've never heard of them, so
No, I haven't heard of them.
Never heard of them.
yeah,
I'm over here. I was over here like,
dude,
oh, maybe somebody I
like,
know. No.
this is how bad I thought the new Slipknot album was, and this isn't a knock towards this other band because I love this band too. Is A Killer's Confession dropped a new song called Be My Witness, and I jammed that fucking song all day, and I think I played the Slipknot album maybe once and a half. Like I played it all of its entirety, and then I listened to Waylon like literally almost all day long, and then I went tried to listen to the Slipknot album again, and I just turned it off like halfway through. I gotta give it another listen. I'll give it another listen tomorrow while I'm at work, but I don't think it's gonna change my mind that much. I could be wrong though, because when Machine Head dropped their new album of Kingdom and Crown, at first I wasn't too big of a fan, and now I just fucking adore that album. That album is so amazing, and I'm all stoked because I got the VIP for Machine Head when they come out, and they're gonna, every time they come out and they do VIPs, they do like a fucking a flag of the album, and the album cover is just, it's so dope.
Right.
So, but yeah, I mean, like I said, my mind, yeah, and it could, I'm gonna re-listen to it, but as far as I'm concerned, and I've been reading a lot of the fans' comments and shit, dude, it's 50-50. Most of them hate it, you know, and there's obviously a lot of supporters, but I kind of, the way I read those supporters like reviews on them, I just feel like they're ass kissing, because I'm like, you don't sound genuine about it, you know. The one thing I hate too is when typical fans, you know, will fucking say, oh, this is their best work yet. If you think that's their fucking best work, then you're not a real fan.
Their best work,
no, their best work was fucking from album 1 to 3. That was their best work. Then they started drifting off a little bit.
Shit, MFKR for being a fucking demo album is fucking fantastic.
It is musically. Vocally, cannot stand Anderson Colsafini. I can't stand his fucking vocals, but musically, definitely. In fact, I prefer the original MFKR Gently demo over the new like, you know, the Iowa version of Gently way much more. And same thing with Killers Are Quiet. I prefer that version over Iowa. I kind of wish that they would re-record those with Corey's vocals, and dude, it would be a slammed fucking album. It'd be so dope.
It would fucking slap.
Another words too, Pat. Godsmack, they're coming out with a new album. You heard about that?
No, I haven't.
They're coming out with a new album. I think it's called Lightning Lightning in the Sky. And Soli Yerna went as far to say that, you know, fans need to enjoy this next album because it is very well their last album.
Oh.
Wait,
wow.
Killswitch Engage's last album?
No, Godsmack.
No,
Godsmack. Oh, Godsmack. Sorry.
Yeah. So, sorry guys, if you see me peeking down, I'm texting someone real quick. Keep going. You guys keep talking, but
that's all good. I didn't know they were having their last
Godsmack. Now it's not their final tour by any means. Soli said that they're going to keep touring. It's just don't expect any new material from them. They said this is their he went as far as saying this is their best work, and he's like, I've never said that about any kind of thing we've ever done, but this is our best work pretty much. And he's like, we're not gonna be able to top it. We don't want to top it. We've had 30 years of experience. We're just done recording. So on that matter, this could be, I'm gonna say this could be, any band will say that shit and then they'll come back with another album.
Oh, yeah, I mean,
but
let's be honest. Cher has been in her final tour for like 35 years.
Look at fucking Molly Crew, dude. God, how many fucking final tour goodbye? This is the final farewell.
I know.
This is our final wave away. Our final, you know, bon voyage, like tours. Like, dude, come on.
I've been to 2 Black Sabbath finales.
Well, Sabbath is definitely done. Sabbath is really done.
Yeah,
though.
I know, but it's like I've been to 2. It's just
Ozzy's kind of tickling the idea of trying to bring him back from one more tour, but just because they want Bill Ward on it. But Bill's too hurt. He's too sick. He's too not sick, but he's too old. Like he can't do it for a long period of time.
I guess he could just be there.
It's not the same as actually playing though.
I know, but I mean, at least he'd be there. We could play old recordings. Of him
I
playing.
mean, the only way I could see it working, and this is kind of a cop out, is have him on stage, have him do his best, but have a backup drummer behind him just in case. You know,
yeah, just
already
have
playing the
somebody
drums
ready
with
to
him.
take over.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. A dual drummer setup. Yep. There you go.
Yep. I mean,
As
you
long
can
as
still
they're
keep him
in
on. He
lockstep,
does.
It shouldn't be weird.
Yeah. But other than that, I don't see it happening.
It shouldn't
But
be too hard.
despite
for a
that, I
professional
don't I call Godsmack's bluff. I don't think it's a fucking final record. I think for now,
drummer.
like
Nah.
they're just on their high horse because
now.
they are a top selling artist now. But eventually time the band's gonna need more money. They're gonna want to do another album. They're gonna fucking there's no way it's not gonna happen, you know.
Right.
But yeah, very excited for Slipknot tomorrow. I dusted out one of my jumpsuits. I'm gonna go with the Volume 3 one. I was gonna go buy a new one tomorrow, but I'm already tapped out for the week because I still gotta buy some tickets for the McCall's. Me and some friends are gonna go up there not this weekend, and 2 weeks from now, the 14th, we're supposed to go up there. So
yeah.
that's gonna be a lot of fun.
Wait, you're going to the pumpkin farm?
Yeah, the haunted one.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that one's gonna be fun. So I can't. I mean, I can afford it. I just don't want to, you know. I was gonna buy me the new Slipknot jumpsuit that this guy has at his like tent, but he never called my ass whenever like he was supposed to get more in. So I'm just not gonna waste my time. So I'm gonna go as Volume 3. I don't know if I'm gonna wear the Volume 3 mask or if I'm gonna wear my All Hope Is Gone one. If I do my All Hope Is Gone one, I gotta fix the straps tomorrow, which sucks because I got the show tomorrow. If not, I'm just gonna go with that one. Back, where the fuck is? Oh, there it is. I see I see it now. Yeah, so that's how I'm gonna go dressed up tomorrow just to have some fun. I dressed up for Mudvayne, so I might as well dress up for Slipknot. So fuck it, it's gonna be a lot of fun.
Oh yeah. Can't blame you for that.
And like I said, I really fucking need this goddamn concert, especially like how things have been going lately. So I'm really excited.
It should help. I mean, it did.
It will. It usually does. It's gonna be more of a straightforward show though. After seeing the set list, it's not a very emotional show for me. If they would have played Yen, Vermilion, Kill Pop, if they even played Iowa, I probably would be like in a really emotional phase. I think I'm just gonna be really ragey tomorrow. So either way, it should be fun. That's all I'm gonna go.
I was tonight.
Yeah.
I was pretty ragey a little while ago.
It's just it's been a weird couple of weeks, dude. It's not even just, you know, with me. It's like you said, you've had some issues. Yogi Boy's going through some issues. My coworkers are going through everybody has something going on. And as much as I love the fall, it's also well, dude, it seems like there's always shit going on in fall. Like there's always something going on, and it's fucking wild. So
it sucks when it goes up. It's when it's just
well for me. I mean you've known me forever, and a lot of my bullshit drama that happens to me typically happens in the fall time. Yeah, I've had fucking drama with family. I've had drama with friends. I've been fucking heartbroken. I go through mass amounts of stress, and because all that shit always happens in the fall, like it's like it's kind of a bitter feeling. So like when that first fall leaf hits and you smell that moisture in the air, it's an amazing feeling, but at the same time it triggers that PTSD of like, fuck, I go through some shit around this time of year. So I'm gonna do my best to try and fight that this year. I have been pretty good at it the last couple of years, but you know the situation I've been going through, so that's gonna be very tricky. Yeah, but you know,
it's rough to say the least.
It's gonna be one of my biggest tests. Honestly, it's gonna show how strong and how much have I grown since the last time this shit has happened. You know, so I'm just gonna embrace it as best as I can and as strong as I can, because that's all I can fucking do at this point. I can't do anything else about it. You know.
Right. Yeah, I feel you.
But you know, despite that, I'm still excited for the fall to be here. I'm excited to get cold finally. I got a lot of plans, so it's just like, I mean, after Slipknot in 2 weeks, it's Lamb of God with Killswitch Engage. Which when is that actually?
I'm gonna be honest.
It's gotta be the 22nd.
I know. I never thought.
Oh shit! I forgot because Please don't be on the 14th. Please don't be on the 14th. Oh, thank goodness. It is on the 15th. Holy fuck. Oh shit, dude. I almost fucked that one up, dude. Oh, my friends are gonna be so mad though, because my coworkers, we were planning on doing, so I'm going with a group of friends on Friday, and then I was supposed to go with my coworkers on Saturday. Thank goodness I didn't buy those fucking tickets, dude, because Lamb of God is on that fucking is on that Friday. So I'm actually gonna text one of my friends real quick and just say that. Watch, hold on real quick. Oh, you stupid phone. You did the wrong emoji. There we go.
Dude, I've been having so much trouble with my phone.
Dude, it's because I have big fucking hands. So like I'll try and hit something and it'll hit a different key instead. It's so annoying. And I like to type fast.
It's not even that. Like the latest update that I got, like since my phone forces me to install the update, after a while it'll just force it and do it. I just did it, right?
Yeah.
And now when I have my alarm set for work in the morning, I fucking wake it up to like 60% battery because it's using like 6% an hour. Just to keep track of time.
You know, also burns up your fucking battery. I found out the other day. Notifications. So if you have a notification that's unread and it's on your home screen, that also eats up your battery. I was like, that's so stupid. And I'll wake up to like fucking 20 fucking notifications.
Oh yeah, this is why I turn most notifications off. The only notifications I leave on are like text messages, voicemails, missed calls, you know, that kind of stuff. I don't tend to leave. I don't let anything else push notifications to my phone. I turn all that off. I'm like, nope, I don't want to hear from you. Yeah. It's like I installed an app. I don't want to hear from it every 5 minutes.
The only thing I have on is my text messaging, but it's like, not everything else goes silent.
Text, yeah.
But like I'm one of those type 2 where if I hear my phone go off, I have to look at it. I can already hear people saying, well, why don't you just ignore it? I have to look at it. I just can't. It's just like
I can ignore it if I'm asleep and I don't hear it. I will ignore it. It's kind of automatic.
Well, like I said, it's a good thing I didn't buy those tickets, dude. Because fuck, man, I would have been so mad at myself. I would have had to fucking choose one or the other. But yeah, okay. So Lamb of God 15th. Calls on the 14th. I am good to go. Let's get back on track here. So, you know, fall seems to really have everyone up in their feels lately. And there was something that my close friend Pam had told me. And recently reconnecting with people, she even asked me to mention this in my podcast. And it's wild how life ends up working out like that, where it seems to purposely put people back or people into your life that just seems to click and be there for a specific reason. So it's kind of interesting and like it's kind of scary at the same time. Like we were talking how creepy it is, because like when we were all together, it almost felt like we had no time apart. Now, mind you, I hadn't seen Pam in what was it, like 6 years? I think it was 7 years in person. Yeah, we still stayed connected through texting, but like we never seen each other. The other person I hadn't seen in 4 years, and you know, we have a lot of history. So like, you know, going back and seeing each other, it's just fucking wild how strong that connection seemed to still stay. And like she said, it's creepy that it happened the way it happened and it went the way it did and how it's still going. Me though, I agree with her to a degree, because in my opinion, I feel like something isn't gonna go as smooth as I would hope it would. And that's just based on past experiences. And like, I hope I'm wrong. I really do. It's just I can't escape nor ignore the fact of the history of the matter, of how things always end up becoming. And me and her have bounced back and forth on this, and it's almost got me back to believing into fate again because of how it all ended up. But like I said, almost. I'm not there yet. If things keep going in the direction I think it's going, then yeah, I'll believe in it. But for now, I'm still gonna approach it with a cautious hand.
Honestly,
So
that's probably not that's a good idea no matter what.
Well,
If it is fate.
yeah, and another thing too was a point I made to you and Hydra yesterday, or was it 2 days ago, when we were just talking about random shit and just catching up, was, is it really fate? Can we really sit there and say that it's fate, it's bond, it's connections, or are we just disguising it for the true toxicity that it can be?
That is a very good point.
Like, and that's the thing, I always challenge people whenever they tell me all these things, like, because when they tell me, their story from point A to point B with a certain individual or specific individuals, and then you get to hear why it wound up the way it did, but they're back into it. So it's like, okay, well, can you fairly say that's really meant to be? Are you guys really like just that close? Or is it just because, like you said, it's familiar comfort, and it's easy. It's always easier for you to be in your backyard as opposed to somewhere completely random. It applies to people too. Like, are you're comfortable with that person because you've known them for so long, you know their likes, you know their dislikes,
right?
But you know deep down inside that's still toxic. Now, they could have changed, of course. Anyone can change at any given moment, but that's just something I always have to challenge whenever I even think about that myself. Like, are we really going to be different this time? Is it going to be completely like, we're not adults here, we're going to go forward, it's going to go great? Or is it just going to fall back to how it is, back in shambles? Because, it's that familiar, ground of just a person reverting back to that way.
Right.
So, and I haven't talked to Pam about that part.
Right.
Because I want to be wrong. I really want to be wrong this time. I really do. But till then, I'm just gonna keep my guard on high level. And if things go well, cool. If they don't, I knew what was coming. And I think that's been a huge factor of why I've been so stressed out, is because, it's like, how can I explain this? So I was trying to record a podcast. I didn't end up releasing that podcast because I felt like it wasn't good enough. So I was bringing up a terminology that I like to call silent criers. Okay. Because I was trying to reach out to silent criers, because I am myself a silent crier. And what a silent crier is, someone who's trying to give the hint that something's up, but you don't want to let them know something's up. Right. And I understand that completely, because you're raised, not even raised, but you end up, let me rephrase this. You're either raised, or you've taught yourself, or you understand the burden of giving someone your own problems, so you tend not to stem by giving them your problems. You want to try and handle it on your own. Or you also were that type of person who used to always put their shit, and trust me, I know, because I used to be this person, is where you would be going through something and then you would throw all your shit aside just so you can help someone else out, just so you can feel like a hero for the day. That is a silent crier.
Yeah.
And why am I bringing this up? Well, because I feel like at some point you need to talk to somebody. It's gonna fucking tear you apart if you don't.
You can't keep it all inside forever.
No, you can't. You can try. I've tried, but it's really been fucking me lately, and the more I talk about it, the more better I feel. And the crazy part is, like, it's okay to be selective who you want to talk to, and that's how I am. Like, I talked to you, I talked to Hydra about this, what's been going on. I've talked to some other friends of mine, and I just, like, it's helping me out, and it's working. So take it from someone who is a silent crier to let loose every once in a while, even if it's a tiny bit. you're still chipping away whatever's weighted on your shoulders. Doesn't mean you're vulnerable. It doesn't mean that you're not strong. Trust me, in my opinion, silent criers silent criers are probably some of the strongest fucking people I know. And that's because they will go up on their day without anyone suspecting anything's going wrong when they have the whole world going wrong for them. But they still fucking do it. They'll still go to work. They'll still show up with a smile. They'll still go out their day to make someone laugh, just because that's just the type of people they are. And I admire them and I understand them. You know, I understand them and I admire them. So like, you know, but every once in a while you guys got to learn how to just let loose a little bit and let it out, because it's just going to keep on driving you crazy. For me, my normal rituals of helping myself out was music. It was hanging out with my friends. It's working out. It's writing, it's recording. You know, anything you can do to help fight it, take it. You know, don't ever. And I think that's the problem that we face, is we still are learning how to pretty much, like, we can back up the fact that we can handle our shit on our own, but you need to learn to keep valuing your shit on your own. You can't always just keep throwing your shit aside just to try and help someone else for a moment. Like, sure, it's very selfless, but also you're being selfish on your own being. So you really need to tone down and just fucking let it out and just say something, because man, it will drive you to the point of insanity inside yourself. And
oh yeah, you can't keep all that shit inside forever.
I've tried. I've tried so hard. And like I said, like with what's going on with me now, it's one of my biggest tests, and I'm learning how to redevelop connections and redevelop trusting people with what I have to say. Because I was one of those guys who, you know, in my youth, not that I'm not old, but you know, younger, I trusted too many people. I would let everyone in on what was going on with me personally and emotionally, and they fucking threw it in my face. You know, I'm still wearing a couple knives on my back. And the reason I keep them there is because I want to be reminded of what the fuck I shouldn't say in front of people. But you know, at some point I need to learn to take those knives out and let the damn wounds heal.
I was gonna say, sometimes you need to take them out though.
Yeah, but the shitty part about it is, it's like,
I understand the dilemma and not taking.
Well, the shitty part, I don't think you do.
It is a good reminder.
It's a good reminder, but it's also like, it's almost
not to do it again.
It's almost like a piece you hold with you. It's not only just a reminder, but it's also like it becomes a part of you. It's almost like, you know, how can I explain this? Like an heirloom. It's almost like an heirloom to you, because
there's a Linkin Park song from Hybrid Theory that explains those pretty
well. And so for me, I keep them back there because, you know, they broke my heart, and I want to remember why they broke my heart, so I know never to let them get that close enough behind me to where they can fucking throw another one back there. But that's been my issue, is why I can't connect with people these days, is because I'm so hard-shelled that I don't let people in anymore. I don't like to connect with people anymore. I will relate to them to my best capability, but I won't relate to them on an emotional matter. Yeah, and it's just, you know, there was this image I saw on sayFacebook, and I didn't like the quote where it says, when you learn the it is what it is, like that saying's so fucking stupid. But it was an image of a heart, then it got ice, and it got colder and colder and colder. So where is this a solid piece of ice, an icy heart? And to me, that really hit me hard, because that's just how I feel nowadays. There's times where I won't even react to emotion or feel a certain way towards anybody, because it just, you go through so much. And my buddy Mike had told me this, that all in due time, when you learn to soak in the experience and digest it, you become colder, you become numb, you become callous to the world, to the point where you don't even like know how to react to certain situations anymore. Like, you know, sometimes even with like women, like, you know, if he's like, they're going to try and break your heart, and guess what? You're not going to feel it. It's just, and if you do, you're going to feel it for a couple days and you're just going to move on. And that has happened to me. And I'm there, you know, and it's wild to be like that, but it's also kind of sad because, you know, there's people I could have been, not that I was ever bad to them, but I could have been better for them. But because of my lack of, you know, emotion and communication nowadays, I just don't care anymore, dude. And, you know, like, you know, one of my closest friends, dude, like, I was easily cast him aside after all the bullshit he put me through and all the bullshit embarrassing moments he had me go through with him, mind you.
Right.
And lack of respect. And for me, like, and I'm talking about almost 20 years of friendship with that guy, and I fucking threw him out like it was nothing because, like, dude, if you can't even have the simple respect of one request. Now, I've never asked this fucking guy one thing, not one thing that was against his own like belief or against his own will or against his own decision. Not once. And I asked him just one time to put the bottle down. Don't be drinking around me and my friend because she doesn't like it. And what does he fucking do? He goes and slams the fucking bottle in my back of my seat of my truck when we're already halfway to the concert. Like I said, I have no more feelings. So if you're going to do something as stupid as that, I will cast you aside. I don't care about our friendship at that point if you're going to disrespect me like that. And he's going through a hard time now. He's tried reaching out to me now. He's even tried apologizing, but like, I just don't want to hear it anymore. Like I said, my heart has gotten to that point where it's that ice piece and I just don't care to hear anything anymore. So it's sad to be like that. And I don't ever recommend anyone being like that. Like, you know, you're human. You should learn to connect with people and bond with people. Yeah, people are going to hurt you. Some people are going to love you. You have to roll the dice and take the risk factor. You never know. With me, I'm learning to redevelop those connections and redevelop my inner morality as a human being. It's just, it's a challenge. And, you know, that's the problem I have going on right now is I'm starting to feel alive again. But, you know, my inner impulse versus my outer impulse are two converging fucking forces that are completely, they're playing me like tug of war right now. You know, do I go with my instincts and stick to the left, or do I roll the dice and go to my right? Like, I just don't know right now, and that's my problem I'm having. But I will eventually learn to get to roll with it. And like I said, for all my fellow silent criers, dude, don't get to the point where I'm at. Like, talk to somebody about it, let them know how you're feeling, get some advice, and you don't, you know, hear the advice. You don't have to always take the advice. Just at least hear it, and it can give you a better sense of maybe I should do it this way. You know, make it always your own, but never keep it bundled up to the point where you feel like you're just ready to burst at any given moment. Because
that's a problem that a lot of people have is not to, instead of hearing the advice, they think they're being told what to do. Yeah. It's like, no, I'm just giving you advice.
Yeah, and at that point, when you feel like you're being told what to do, when you ask for the fucking advice, you're being stubborn at that point. You are being stubborn. I'm just going to go and say it. For me, like, I'll tell people ahead of time, oh, I'm all out of juice. Whack. Hold on, guys. Let me go get my little thing. I'll be right back. I was talking about, like, you know, if you ask for the advice and you're feeling like they're telling you what to do, you're being stubborn.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
Advice just is a piece of information to consider. It's never been like you need to do it. It's just like, okay, well, this is how I would do it differently. This is what I feel like you should do.
Right. I mean, there are some people that when you ask for advice, they will literally try to tell you exactly what to do. And sometimes it's coming from a place of, I've been there before, so I understand. And sometimes it's coming from a place of, I don't know, I'm taking a big guess.
Yeah, exactly. But again, like I said, people just, they don't, that's the problem with today too, is people tend to make everything so trivial when it's really just simple. At that point, you really need to learn your fucking, how you think and how you take information in, because, you know, it should never, when someone, like I said, again, the advice thing, if someone's going to give you advice, Don't look at it as a box of fucking mazes. Just look at it as a paragraph, like you're trying to. It's just like instructions. That's pretty much what it is. Just learn how to fucking have some common sense on how to take it. Like I said, you can either take it or you don't take it. Doesn't mean someone's telling you what to do, especially if you're the one who asked for the advice.
Right.
That's that. You know, it's crazy how, you know, like, I don't even know how to go on upon this.
Like we've been giving each other advice for like 18 years.
Yeah.
And like a lot of advice has been given.
No, exactly. And you know, we take it however we want and we do with it whatever we want to do with it. You know, I still seek advice to this day. I don't have all the answers. I don't even pretend I have all the answers. I have nothing but questions. And
yeah, I'm pretty lost most of the time.
Yeah, it's just, what can you do? You know, you're only, you know, we're only human with emotions. Unfortunately, can't fucking stand emotion, dude. I really can't. It's so fucked up to say, but I really cannot stand emotion. It's probably one of my only fucking like flaws is like,
I really don't like my emotions.
Yeah, and my biggest thing is I have strong emotion too. So when I feel strongly about something, I'm pretty firm on it, and it's you know, a good. Everyone thinks it's a good thing, like because I'm very passionate, but at the same sense, it's also a flaw of mine because I tend to come off too strong on someone or on a certain subject matter. I'll come off a little too strong because of how emotional and how passionate I can be. Mm-hmm. So it's like, to me, it's what do you call it? Like the good and bad, pretty much. I can't think of the right the terminology.
Right,
yeah, but you know, it's the best of both worlds. Best and worst of both worlds. How about that?
There you go.
So
yeah, I feel things strongly. I have strong opinions. I do my best not to share all of them because my issue, you gotta know how to read a room, you know.
Yeah, and my thing is like when I went back on talking about like feeling like I'm burdening people with whatever I have to say, because like again, it comes from that passionate side of me. If you don't care what I have to say, and I see you don't care what I have to say, I'm not gonna fucking say it. And that makes it even harder for me because again, I'm not really connecting with that many people. But like when I finally choose to, and you're not showing any interest, or you're just like kind of like, okay, like I'm not gonna fucking tell you at that point.
Right.
You know, and this is something I'm gonna tell to all you motherfuckers out there who want to pretend to listen. How about don't fucking pretend to listen and just tell them I'm not the person for you, dude. I don't want to hear it. Just be straight up, because what you may do or say in the moment of not caring about what that person said, you were literally a defining moment of what that person's going to say or do next. Just remember that and think about that. Okay? And why am I getting a little worked up about that? Because I've been through that. Don't fucking tell me you care and then you don't care the next second. Don't fucking tell me you want to hear and give me some advice and then you're just like fucking blowing it off, be like, oh, well, just get over it. Like, motherfucker, if I could get over it, don't you think I'd already be over it by now?
Sure.
You think it's that fucking easy? Really, of course, it's not. It doesn't have to be easy for some individual who doesn't care. But just understand, when you want to return that favor and ask for them for help and they don't want to hear it, I don't want to hear a fucking word from you.
Right.
Just gonna throw that out there. So
yeah, no, I agree with that.
You know, and that's, everyone talks about mental illness and all that shit, mental awareness being a problem, and it fucking is. It really is. But it's a problem we're creating on our own, to be honest, to be fair. You know, you got people, the reason why there's even mental awareness or mental, you know, problems is because it's, again, that two ends of the coins. You got people who care, who don't care, but they're going to pretend to listen. And you got the people who want to talk, but who want to say what they want to say, but they don't want to let it out.
Right.
It's the same fucking thing with racism. If you're going to keep the words around that are racist, or the remarks, or any kind of totality or related matter, to
gonna
racism.
stay.
It's gonna stay. It's the same thing with mental
You
illness and
can't
mental
get rid of
awareness.
it.
Yeah, you're choosing never to solve you.
The
But
difference is that racism.
you're
is a
choosing
choice
not to
and
solve the
mental illness is
problem by keeping the problem around. And I know it's easy to say, but like seriously, like that's why I keep encouraging people. If you feel like you need to go talk to someone, go fucking talk to somebody. If you
Right.
really want to listen to someone's problem, you really need to be that person to sit there and listen. Half the time, that's all you got to do. Your job is easy. You just got to sit there and listen and just be honest. You tell that person, I'll listen, dude, but I may not have the best advice for you. They get out of them. You know how much it makes a person feel better just to get that shit off their shoulders? Just
Oh
say
yeah, no,
things.
that's one of the major things in mental health. Is the doctor will tell you just talk it out with somebody. If you have somebody to talk to, it's a major boost. Yeah.
It does. And you know, I get it. I'm as stubborn as it is too when it comes to wanting to talk to people, but eventually I do let it out. Again,
Right.
I'm
It has
just
to come out at
very
some point.
I'm just very selective on who I tell because I gotta feel that, and I know that that person cares enough to
Right.
me to at least,
It's-
yeah. Because like I said, it's just it comes from fucking PTSD of mine, and you know I might sound hypocritical here, but like my point is eventually I let it out. At some point, it does come out, and it's
Oh,
either
yeah.
it's either to someone in my family, it's to one of my friends, it may even be a coworker. It just depends on who I'm trusting at that moment.
right.
And right
It
now,
has to come out at some point. You can't hold everything in forever.
yeah, like I said, I try, but eventually it does come out. It just takes time and patience. But I don't like being pushed. Like I hate when someone fucking sits there and says, "Oh, well, you know,
What's wrong? What's wrong?
yeah, what's wrong? Tell me. Or I'm not gonna push it. I'm not gonna push the matter, but you know, I kind of want to know, but you know, I'm not gonna push you to it, but you know, you don't have to tell me, but you know, I'm not gonna push it. Like, what the fuck you think you're doing? You're
Right?
pushing it.
Right.
Stop.
You're pushing.
Enough.
Please stop.
If I wanted to fucking talk to you about it, I would have talked to you about it. Trust me.
I'm pissed
So-
off enough as it is.
Yeah. So like, again, just touching base back on that, in my opinion, and I may get hate on this, but I could give two fucks less. If you really want to listen, fucking listen and be very, very mindful when you're listening. And secondly, if you feel like you got something to say, get it off your chest, dude, or do that.
Remember, somebody
It
is
will help
literally
you out
laying
so
their situation on you.
much. Trust me, it will help you and it'll make you feel so much better. And especially when you can reach out to somebody. If you can find someone who's going through exactly what you're going through, it just makes life so much easier. And that's why I connect with my buddy Mike so much, because he's been through what I've been through 10 times fold. He's almost like a dad I never had in a sense. Now, I'm not saying I don't have a dad, but I don't relate to my dad in any emotional sense or any kind of advice sense. And that's what I meant by that, you know, but
Your
it's
dad does not give very good advice.
he doesn't give any advice. That's the problem. That's probably why I'm a little fucked up lately. You know, it's just, but I have to make do with what I have. And, you know, that's why I encourage everyone to reach out. And if you have someone close to you, just fucking talk to them and let them know what the hell's going on. So that way, you know, you let it out and you feel 1,000 times better. It's just like the same thing when it's like writing in a fucking diary. People write in diaries all the time to let out their inner impulsions and inner feelings, inner thoughts, and
Mhm.
it makes them feel better. You know,
It's a coping mechanism.
yeah, like me the other night, I was like just at my wit's end, and I fucking recorded a private podcast diary, and I feel a lot better after doing that.
Mhm.
So no one's gonna see
yeah.
that or hear it but me. But
Give
you know,
yourself some kind of outlet.
yeah, because it helps immensely. So
Video games are massively
and just
helpful
like
for a
right
lot
now,
of
like
people.
why do you think I'm going to Slipknot? It helps me mentally and physically. I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna have a fucking blast. It's gonna be nostalgic as fuck.
That helps you in the same way as coming home and putting on Minecraft and smoking a bowl does for me.
Exactly.
We
Me,
all
I
have our own. That's an important thing too. We all have our own coping mechanism. You have to find it.
yeah, exactly.
It's not going to come to you. It's not
Yeah.
going to come to you. No one's
Exactly.
gonna hand
You know what's a secret of mine, and this will probably be the last thing I'll talk about because we're already running up an hour. What a secret impulsion of mine, okay, and everyone can laugh if they want, is hearing compliments. Okay.
Oh, everybody likes getting compliments.
Oh yeah, but like for me, dude, it really boosts the self-confidence and ego of mine. And because one, I'm working my ass off in the gym. You know how much I'm putting into the gym, and you know, I've worked really hard to become the person I am today. But you just hearing a simple fucking, damn dude, you look good, or you look hot, you look sexy, you're handsome, oh my god, look how good you look, or look at those eyes, any kind of compliment like that, dude, boost my
guys.
Yeah, especially for guys like me. Like I talked about this in another podcast of mine. Is I never got compliments because I looked completely different when I was growing up, you know. And even I don't remember if I released that podcast, but I might have to go back and look. But there was one where I was talking about where my ex, my first love essentially in high school, Ashley, she never even fucking gave me a compliment. She loved my personality. I'm sorry, but I will not accept that as a compliment. Of course, my personality is wicked and it's awesome. That doesn't count. Okay, right. You don't get to, you know, and that's the thing. Like,
to be some other reason.
Yeah, like, and it's funny because when I'll talk to chicks, I'll be like, all right, well, so let's give each other compliments. What is something about me that you like? Oh, your personality. I don't want to fucking hear that. I know my personality is chill.
It's such a standard.
I want to hear something different. Give me something I'm not used to hearing. I won't be rude about it whenever, like, let me put it out there. I'm not rude about it. Like, I'll still.
I'll take
but I don't accept it because everyone has that personality that everyone's gonna be attracted to. I'm just gonna say that. So, but yeah, Ashley, she never gave me like a real fucking like, you know, oh, I have a handsome boyfriend, I have a cute boyfriend, oh, you're so cute, babe, and all that stuff. She never fucking said any of that shit. Now, because I was like revisiting my brain about that when I was talking about it on the podcast, like, damn, that bitch never fucking gave me any compliments, but I always gave her compliments. So yeah, even when I had a girlfriend who was madly in love with me at the time, even though it was puppy face, no compliments at all.
It is so
and it's still stuck with that for a good minute, you know. And like it's like it just makes me laugh. So that's why that's like one of those secret things that I enjoy hearing is a fucking compliment, because I'm not used to hearing it, and it makes me feel better as a person and as a man, because you know I'm not used to hearing that. And you know, like I used to have all kinds of hype girls that hit me up and be like, oh, you look good, keep pushing and all stuff, like, damn, you're hot, like keep going, dude. Like, and it'd be like, damn, I'm gonna have a good workout. And dude, I would have like some of the best workouts whenever I'd hear that kind of shit. So yeah, so like Nick says, if you guys got something that's a coping thing, you know, use it to your advantage. Like even tonight, like I was going through kind of an emotional night and I was a little bit pissed off, and I had a fucking wicked workout. Even I didn't even eat that much today and I still had a wicked ass workout. But like I said, like whatever's your secret pleasure into helping you get to that next day, dude, just fucking, you know, not saying like overdo it, but definitely use it as your advantage and use it as a weapon. Like
don't burn yourself out, but
yeah, and because you know,
take it.
I'm gonna end it this way: is everything will be okay. It always is. And it's crazy to say that, and it's crazy for me to be as cliche as that, but it really is a cliche answer. Everything does end up being okay. If you got a roof over your head, you got food in your belly, what's there to really complain about in life? Reality. Everyone goes through hardships. You know, those rich motherfuckers, yeah, they got an easy life now, but at what level does it cost them the amounts of stress that they're going through to maintain that money? We don't know that. It's not fair for us to judge these people that they're just automatically happy.
They're not.
So so like
it helps,
but it's like also keeps you stressed though. Like every time I think about winning the lottery, one thing I always forget is the dangers and stress that comes with that money. So it's like
everybody from your past will come out of the woodwork. If you stay in your hometown, you should move.
Right, but even that doesn't end the danger. If someone knows you're rich, you're still a target. Whether it's you're either a media target or you're a deadly target. No matter what, you're a target. So again,
you just go secret.
My point is, like, we're all in this together. We're all going through some shit. Just because he has more money than she doesn't fucking mean that dude doesn't have a equal amount of stress plated related shit that she's got going on in her life. So just always take that into consideration whenever you feel like you're going through some shit. Again,
Especially
as long as you're surviving, as long as you're eating, and as long as you're sleeping, you really gotta just learn to go with it and move with the flow. You know, enjoy. That's why I have tattooed on my arm right here, as a matter of fact, live for the moment, because life is too short, and we take those moments too much for granted. And I relearned to revalue that when I had an extremely special moment I will never forget. Just recently, I will never forget this moment. Never.
Yeah.
And that's my point. Don't
This is
take
definitely a moment you will not forget.
don't take anything for granted. Before I sign off, remember, listen well, speak well, most importantly, learn well. And that will be the modern day success of making it to tomorrow.
Yep.
Well, I think that's about enough rambling for the night. It's almost been almost a whole hour, so hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll bring you more podcasts. Bring the guys in as much as I can nowadays. You'll still get some solo stuff from me too. So till then, guys, you got anything left to say?
Take care of yourselves and don't try not to sweat things.
Yeah, exactly. Beatriz.
I just want to say, whatever you're going through, someone else is going through it too, and you just got to talk to somebody.
Exactly.
Find somebody to talk to and work things out.
Exactly. All right, guys. Till then, we'll see you next time.